My question is to the Minister for Agriculture. Will the Minister update the House on the benefits to the agricultural sector of the budget, particularly for farmers in my electorate of Page, and also how will the budget help create jobs and increase opportunity?
I call the Honourable Minister for Agriculture.
Well, Madam Speaker, I thank the honourable member for his question, and might I say that he, more than most, would know about the turnarounds that we've had in the cattle industry, for one. Turnarounds that have meant that in the last fortnight we've seen prices of $3.13 a kilogram for cattle, $3.13 a kilogram for cattle in Wagga, $3.16 in Tamworth, an average price, Madam Speaker, of $2.90 a kilogram in Dubbo, because I know the honourable member is himself a cattle producer. And, Madam Speaker, he speaks to the budget. What this means that we have people who, for the first time there in a long while, are starting to make real money. And people who make real money are obviously looking for the capacity to reinvest in their farm. And it was during the budget just passed that we have managed to deliver a tax deduction for those whose turnover is less than $2 million a year, and that's a substantial cattle producer. And that deduction would mean that someone at Kempsey or someone at Kyogle could go out and buy a new welder, write it completely off. It costs less than $20,000. A compressor, Madam Speaker, that costs less than $20,000, write that completely off. A motorbike, we don't want to write it off in the paddock, but write it off for tax purposes, write that completely off. A cattle crush, Madam Speaker, that costs less than $20,000. And why that's important, Madam Speaker, is these things are manufactured in our nation. These are things that are manufactured in Australia. So it's a stimulus to the manufacturing industry in our nation. Now, Madam Speaker, I'm also happy to state that we're in consultations with the Treasurer and with industry about bringing forward the write-offs of water reticulation, even for companies and for organisations whose turnover is in excess of $2 million. And this is a great stimulus to the refurbishment of the irrigation precincts and to the establishment of the capacity to make sure that we make our areas more drought prepared. Not only that, we're 100% write-off. We're consulting for the write-off of 100% of fences in the area, and also to make sure that we can write off hay sheds, silos, so that people get a greater capacity to market their grain. Now, these is all part of this budget. On top of that, Madam Speaker, if they're small business, if their turnover is below $2 million, they get a small business corporate tax deduction of 1.5%. If they're a partnership, and we all know as a partnership you'll have both individuals getting the tax-free threshold, but on top of that, we're allowing a small business rebate to the value of $1,000. Madam Speaker, all these things are just part of what this government has done for people on the land. It doesn't even mention the $333 million we put towards drought. Madam Speaker, it is a clear statement that a change in government really does make a change to the lives of people on the land.